Sekai
voice. Sekai voice.
It was not close, so most Americans really wanted Trump to win.
Most of his policies we don't agree with.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's definitely still divisive. I think it's that dual party thing.
Sekai voice.
Gilbert, 38, student. Right now it's not really, accounting, and also study few foreign language. Study Mandarin, Vietnam.
Alex, 36, software. No.
They can earn a lot of money, but we're not like super rich. Yeah.
It costs a lot to live. Expensive to live. Like, my third time in Tokyo. Yeah, his first time.
First time, only for fun,
Or
for fun and vacation. So I noticed that with modern mobile technology, it's a lot easier to navigate like Metro line because you can use machine translator to translate, and then also photograph and do instant translation like that. So if you can't read that much, then you can still at least take directions like Google Map. You can find your way around. Google Maps, Google search, WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp will work for people that come out of country. They can text each other and also call each other while here. He uses it.
I haven't used it much, no.
Oh, okay.
Not for travel at least. Or actually, well, yeah, I guess. Not like just a plan, but not like during the trip. We don't really use ChatGPT. Mostly
I mean,
Google
like,
Maps.
He used ChatGPT to answer some basic questions about like what tourists should expect when they travel to Tokyo. And then like, I mean, I studied it in school related to it, but I don't employ like coding for artificial intelligence. If you mean like in terms of like civilian education, I think that you educate English here, and you can like also oral dialogue with me. We can talk. And part of your writing system, I also studied some Japanese on my own, so I understand like you transliterate a lot of English words too.
I know with TikTok they want to ban TikTok because it is basically owned by China, CCP. So they're trying to ban it next year in January. Yeah, they're trying to get it banned. But I don't know. Trump kind of supports TikTok. At least that's what he said. So he might want to keep it alive somehow. But they do want to get rid of it. So like just ban the entire social media app. I think it's good. That's if it's a good thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't follow politics that much. I like listen to politics in Vietnamese. My opinion is that he raised a lot of tariffs, so that's like something they publicize about. He raised tariffs for like foreign import, right? So that's affects many relationships, and I think that you just see like how they broadcast when he meets with heads of state. Maybe, I mean, he already invited Xi Jinping to come to like ceremony for inauguration or like oath into office. Maybe he will also talk to the Prime Minister of Japan too. I don't know.
Like most Americans voted for Trump. Everyone wanted Trump to win. Yeah.
I think like 60%, maybe
it was a
60
big-
to
it was a-
70%.
It was a very decisive victory. It wasn't close. It was not close. So most Americans really wanted Trump to win.
We're a minority.
We live in an Asian area, so
City, city.
Like San Francisco Bay Area. So a lot
Near
of
San
a lot of
Francisco,
Asians
suburban.
from like Korea, Japan, China, Vietnam.
Yeah.
So we're in an area that's not like mostly white or.
I mean, like, we're like a minority, and like few Japanese people live in our city too. They opened like Osaka supermarket near where we live.
Yeah.
So it's very small.
It's very diverse
and
where we live.
few people
Yeah.
study like Vietnamese language and Japanese language where we live. They study more English, and then many subjects there. Oh, discrimination?
No, not really. Not in
No.
where we live, because it's mostly Asian. Yeah, we go to Asian areas.
Like,
so,
the mayor of our
it's
city is Chinese.
yeah.
Mayor,
So
yeah.
it's okay. Yeah. I think so.
My opinion is more negative. I think it's just. I think we have a lot of debt. They talk about a lot of federal debt in the United States, and they also have a pretty poor history with foreign war.
Sekai
Voice.
My name is Vincent. I'm 28 years old. I'm in marketing for government contractors. Not really. I just make graphics for them.
Karina. I'm 27 years old. I'm a flight attendant. It's been really good. I came here a few years ago, right after COVID, so it's a lot different than when I came here the first time. I feel like the city was very just opening up, but now it's very much like busier and there's a lot more people. So it's been good though. I think I don't know. My experience has been really good, and I think I did more research this time to like see which things I wanted to do, and yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I had a really good experience. Everyone's so welcoming, and I wasn't expecting this. I thought maybe people would kind of be distant from me, but if I try to speak Japanese, although I know very little, they'll interact back and they know like to respond slowly because I don't really understand Japanese.
I think just like walking around in different neighborhoods and just like being with the locals, that's really cool for me.
It's so different from the United States. It's a
Yes.
very positive culture shock. It's very nice to be somewhere that's different.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our country's pretty cool. I think other countries are cooler. Definitely. I'm just so used to it because I was raised there, so I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more comfortable.
Here, you're not comfortable anymore. You're out of your comfort zone, so you're like, you're trying to fit in.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's been a good experience.
It's hard.
Yeah, people are so into politics where we're from, so it
From
kind
DC
of
especially. So
it kind of based on that they see you differently. Everyone's very judgmental back home.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like here it's not the same way, maybe as much.
from what we've experienced.
What we've experienced, people are not like standing there judging you too much. Everyone's kind of in their own lane, doing their own thing.
They're very interested in getting to know you.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Well, it affects her more so me, I would say. So,
Yeah. I mean, we'll wait and see. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 years. I'm kind of hopeful, but I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Trying to stay positive.
Trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all you can do, really. I mean, we've lived in the United States our whole lives, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen. But you can only stay positive at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think to each their own. I don't have a real opinion on him or on anything like that. Not too much to say, honestly.
Most of his policies we don't agree with.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That affect us, especially me directly as a woman. So I would say like I don't support a lot of the things that he supports. So that's why I didn't vote for him this election. And it's interesting to see that around the world, like who supports who and like in different aspects, because I feel like it's all different, but I don't really surround myself with those people that voted for him. Definitely women's rights and abortion rights. Those are the biggest ones that's the reason that I voted for this election. I don't know about you.
No, yeah, same. Just rights and also where I am at in the economy because I don't make a lot of money. So I was trying to go for a candidate who's going to benefit me.
Yeah.
I
have no idea.
There's no telling.
I don't know what is going to happen because he did win like the House majority and the Senate majority, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of things are going to get passed because of him. But hopefully we'll leave it up to the state level because state legislation versus like federal legislation, we'll see. But I don't know what he's able to accomplish in 4 years, so we'll see.
True.
We're not really sure if he can accomplish a lot or what he's capable of in 4 years.
Garrett, 20. I'm a student, but I do construction. My friends just wanted to come here because we like the food, we all watch anime, we all like just enjoy the culture from Japan. Like 5 of my friends are here right now. I think there's a huge culture like exchange between America and like the United States especially. I feel like there's a lot of like shared interests and a lot of things that just like maybe America likes from Japanese and like Japan likes from America. I've definitely enjoyed no, but I think it's like very like important, like gym culture and like all the stuff in America, like that's been huge on anime. A lot of like people just talk about it, like it's definitely become like streamed on like normal TV shows now. Like when I was little it was like Pokemon, and then now it's like everything from like Demon Slayer to like Dragon Ball Z to like you name it, like it's all streamed on like normal American TV show. Like it's like very much all like nearly like 80% like YouTube or like in TikTok, like it's probably like up there too. For like all of my information, all of my influence and all that stuff, like I get it from mainly like TikTok, which is like probably like TikTok is probably more now than YouTube. So I would say 60% TikTok, 30% YouTube, and like 10% like anything else. I feel like it's now, I feel like it might be everywhere, but especially what I've noticed is just the lack of communication now. Like a lot of times when you walk by somebody, you don't say hello or you don't talk to them. It's very much like you're all in your own little world, or you're all here on your phone. Especially in the United States, like I try to like start conversations now because that's like what I like to do with like, if I'm like busy doing something and then I see somebody, I'll talk to them, but most of the time I get shut down or like say like, very short answers, but I feel like that conversation thing needs to come back. Absolutely. I think it's just the like absolute like reliance on like internet, like TikTok and Instagram, and like it completely changes perception of like how it is to talk to people. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that's like why we can't conversate. It's definitely still divisive. I think it's that dual party thing. It's either one or the other, and it's very much become like a battle between one side against the other side. And so if you don't agree with them, you're kind of like pushed away. Like you're like, even if you're like independent, like you don't really lean on one side, but like you have some ideas. If you don't follow that like to the point, you'll probably be like, say like, oh, you're on that side or you're on this side. Especially with the election. So like if you were to say like, oh, I like Trump, then like you'll probably be looked down on. You'll probably be like, if they're like a Biden supporter, you'll probably be looked down on. You'll probably be pushed away. You'll get cast away and like very separated. But vice versa, it doesn't translate well. It's just this two-party thing that just ends up being like a battle. Right now, it's a matter of like somehow getting rid of this like idea that it's like one side or the other side, and one side, if you choose that side, it magically fix everything. I think it has to go back to like a blend between like the two sides need to work together instead of fight against each other. But I think the two sides is like right now in my eyes it's Republican and Democrat, like the two-party system. Those are the two sides, because if you talk about politics, it immediately builds a wall depending on which side you're on. But I feel like it can't move in the right direction, especially with younger people, depending on like where you're from. If you're from like a certain area that's very divisive, it's tougher. But if you like meet somebody and you just start talking about it, it's a lot easier. And younger people like tend to like not have this divisive feeling already, as old people have. I think once we give time to like this party thing, and it's already been breaking. A lot of people have been very vocal about it online, and I feel like people are kind of waking up to it. That if we just give it a little time to start talking to each other, it definitely will end up turning better. Oh, absolutely. I did see that one. I saw the JD Vance one and the Trump one. And so those were like very good. Like I felt like that's definitely what got a lot of young voters. I've seen videos of like Arizona State University kids. They completely like said like they were waiting on that interview with Joe Rogan and Donald Trump completely made them like, yeah, I'm voting for Donald Trump, is what I've said. I'm Republican myself.